Let's do this. How's everybody doing? Sorry, I'm filling a water. Hopefully you can see me, hopefully you can hear me. Let's do it, let's do it. I think you guys should probably be able to hear me. Yep, perfect. What's going on, guys? We got some rackets to string today. Where's the first one? We're gonna go with the Ultra first. Got an Ultra to go string today. Got a Gravity to string. And I have, what else? A Clash to string. So these are all going to be reviewed here within the next couple weeks, hopefully. Trying to all get them done here soon, because I actually have some time here for like a week or so to really test these frames and see what they're like. And I'm going to string them all the same, actually, just because I feel like that will give me the best feeling, feeling really of all of them, since I'm going to be playing with them relatively close together with the same string as well. We're going to put sync in all three of them. So I'm excited to play. Actually, especially with the Ultra, surprisingly. I never thought I would be excited to play with an Ultra, but here we are. It just felt pretty good in hand, just like holding on to it the last couple days, so. Power frame, but apparently has decent feel. I never officially reviewed an Ultra, so yeah, we'll see where it goes. I know some college players actually use the Ultra. It's not like a favorite, but yeah. I tried the V3. I really like it, except it hurts your elbow. You know, that I would understand. I'm gonna string it with Sync 2. It's gonna play stiff. But I don't want to put too much of a power poly or softer poly in here, because I might hit fence, you know? I don't want to hit fence. To kind of tone it down a bit. So yeah, we are gonna do the Ultra first. We're gonna be in here for a while today, so hopefully I'll be able to chit chat with you guys here for a while. I'm planning to do 3. Hopefully I keep the energy for 3 rackets in the chatting. I am a little tired, but we will start strong now. It is Saturday at 12:30-ish here in New Hampshire. What's up, Top G? What's up? What's up? My man, you are always on the lives. I gotta give you credit. So thanks for all the support all the time. It's awesome. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it'll be a small crowd today on here. You know, I think it would be a little bit larger, but just considering it is a Saturday, but people might be doing stuff, people might be sleeping, never know. People on the West Coast, it's still kind of in the morning, so. Has everybody been following Indian Wells? Because I have not been, actually. I mean, I know, I think Andreeva beat Swiatek yesterday. I actually have no idea. It's bad. I know the matchups that are happening, but I honestly am just not watching. I haven't had, the energy to watch, and also, the time, you know? Playing YPTP 125 now, but for clay season might want something bigger gauge and shaped. Bigger gauge and shaped. Bigger gauge and shaped. I'm just thinking here. You could always go with the wasabis, their thickest gauge possible. You could go with caviar, that's shaped. You could try, I don't know how that string plays. You could do like confidential shaped string, 16 gauge would probably be pretty solid. I used to play that a couple years ago. You got head links that would be shaped. Restring Vivo is shaped, I like that. Restring Zero might be a little too powerful, but if you want to try something like that, then go for it. What do you think about Alcaraz Draper? Homie, I actually didn't even watch it. I know that he retired, right? Yeah, it's really bad. Like my Indian Wells trivia and knowledge right now is gonna be super shit. I think part of like, I said like I don't have the time and I don't have the energy. Like, I actually like don't have the energy because it's also like, okay, I practiced for 2.5 hours today and then I come to make a video and then, you know, I'm on YouTube scrolling and I'm watching some tennis videos and it's just like, sometimes to go watch Indian Wells at like 10 o'clock when I'm like exhausted, it's like I kind of don't want to do something tennis related, you know? Because a lot of the times it's like, sometimes you just need a break, you know? Madison Keys defeat was devastating, just give back the AO trophy. That's harsh. Sometimes people can have shitty days. I think she still deserves the AO trophy because she defeated the person in the final. But Lynx Tour 125, Top G, really good string. Yes, it's a great string. I used to use that one too. It's probably, yeah, it's probably actually up there for me as in like good strings. No, Alcaraz versus Drapers today. Okay, see, that just goes to show I have no idea. Like, I see the tennis news and it's just like in my Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or YouTube, and it's just like, so I skim it pretty quick. So as you can see, I was very wrong. Yes, tonight, yes, it will be tonight. Maybe I'll watch it. I'm working tonight actually, so I have like a night shift duty, so I will probably be able to watch some tennis there. Let's get the likes up for sure, guys, for sure. And let's keep the subs up. You know, if you're not subscribed and you're watching, let's do it. Let's keep it coming. I've been a little slow on the videos the last three weeks, 2.5 weeks, just because we had our spring break trip. And it's hard to create content when you're literally doing something every day, not at home, no time to record, no time to string, no time to edit, and I was playing as well, so trying to get locked in, you know? Go. Grav Tour versus Blade, what's your pick? I would probably pick the Gravity Tour, just because I feel like I can manipulate the ball more on the string. I don't have the Gravity Tour with me, I have the Gravity Pro. The Gravity Tour is back in my room. I have this weird sensation that with the blade, at least like the stock blade, Pro Stock Blade will be coming to the channel, because I've had the opportunity to literally like review it for like years, but just haven't got around to it. I feel like with that racket, it's way different. I feel like I can manipulate the ball more, get more spin, but like with the stock blade, it's great for like if I'm ripping a forehand like window one, but I struggle with it on the backhand, and I also feel not great with it, just like hitting spin in general. I just don't feel as comfortable. Like it's like it tells me to hit flat, and like that ain't my game, you know. Like I have to play with some spin. But if I was coaching and I just wanted to like come to the net and rip flat slap shots all day at the kids, then I would probably use that racket. Did you try the new Baba Pure Drive? I did, and I did a review on it. So if you want to go watch that video and then come back, we'll still be here. Our soccer team right now is playing Brown, and I hear them outside right now. The music is blaring. How was the spring break trip with Jesse too, right? How do you know that? That's so funny. I forget. Are you from the Netherlands? Because I know someone was from the Netherlands that used to come on the live. I can't remember if that was you or not. Jesse was there. That makes me really laugh actually that you know his name. Jesse was my 2-year doubles partner here at school. We used to have some fun, and we got a lot of dubs. And we, like, honestly, that's the most I ever had fun on the doubles court ever with him. So that was great times. He surprised us in Hawaii. So I didn't know he was coming. There was one of the retired girls players that came back to visit too, and I was part of that surprise for the girls, but then I didn't know that the girls had a surprise for us and me. So that was super. And in all places it's in Hawaii, so like it was pretty sick. Pretty lucky to go there and to play too. It was awesome. Yes, you are Dutch. Okay, I remember. If you did try it, did you like it? I really hated the feel of it. I see. We'll check it out. I got the new Mach 10 from Slinko. Plan on trying it. Nice. I did like it, but it's just not for me. Like, I go into depth big time on the review, but like, I just feel like with the Pure Drive, there's just not enough feel for me. Overall, returns were not bad. We're solid. Serves, you got tons of power. But I was just missing some feel, especially on the backhand side. I feel like sometimes with rackets, if I have trouble with feel, I always feel it on my backhand, which is kind of interesting actually. So Top G, I can't remember, do you know Jesse personally, or do you just know him from me? Because I'll have to text him later. I think we've been over this, but like, it's probably been a while, and a lot has happened, so I'm forgetting. Sweet. Did you see the new T fight? Of course I did. That is so on my list. If there's a racket right now that I want to try the most, it's by far that racket or that series and that line. A lot of people love it. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, Jesse played for the Federation for a while until he was like 16, so I'm not surprised that you know him from that, which is cool. And he plays German club matches. I don't know if he's going to do it this year because he hasn't really played much, but super talented, really great hands, and yeah, he played with me one of the days in Hawaii, and it took him maybe 10 minutes, and he was hitting pretty good. So he would come in here if he heard me say that, I'd be like, nah, it's not that good, and then I'd be like, no, shut up. Because he's the guy that can pick it up and be, he could train for a couple months and he would be totally fine. I'm not that person. Like, if I don't play tennis for like 2 weeks, I feel like I suck, But, I'm sure if I took a year off or something and then came back, I would be fine as well. But like, it's just interesting for sure. Yeah, he's still got it. I mean, I guess that's what happens with regular retired players, right? Is they go into retirement, maybe they have a kid if they're one of the girls, and then, yeah, I don't know. You never know. They come out and sometimes they win slams, or sometimes they come back and they suck. Kim Kleisters did that a few times. Martina Hingis did that. Serena came back but didn't win any slams post-birth. You're not that guy. Oh, trust me, you're not that guy. Yes. I know that clip. I switched it from my blade. Took my getting better and better over the years. Absolutely. I would say over the last 6 years, huge improvement. Like when I was a junior, like if you play with their racket, I feel like it was kind of like, what are you doing? Like, you're kind of like weird, I think there's like skill tennis equipment to that day where it's like, it's good, but it's like if you play with it, it's like, why are you playing with that? Did you get it for free or like Tech Fiber is super legit now, I think. I would play with their stuff for sure. I just haven't tried it. The only thing I didn't love about their stuff is I don't love their grip shape. So I don't know if the palette is a little different on this one compared to like the TF40s that I played with a little while ago. So, and I loved the look of the TF40. I loved how it came off the spring bed for the most part. Great racket, just I didn't like the palette shape. And like people are like, oh yeah, just change the palette shape, okay, just change it. I'm like, bro, that takes so much work. Like I'm not gonna like break open the palette, like I don't have all that equipment, like that's not for me. That's for like an actual store customizer to do, like I mean I can customize weight and balances and all this stuff, but like opening up a palette and like putting different things on there and like rewrapping with certain, like that just takes too much energy, Just give me a grip shape that feels decent. Yeah, I struggle with it a bit, the grip on my backhand slice, to be honest. Interesting, because I was really hoping like it would be a little bit different, because I feel like that'll be my knock for the racket when I try it, like I won't like it. But after remaining with an open mindset, guys, like there are some rackets that I don't look forward to reviewing, but I'm like, I know, like I'm just like, I know I'm gonna hate this racket. Like for example, a prime example, like I'm actually excited to review this Ultra because number one, never had an Ultra on the channel before. Feel like it's a decent racket. Some college players have used it. There's been some pros that have endorsed it in the past, so like, it's the closest thing to a pure arrow from Wilson in my mind, so I'm like, hey, we're gonna give it a go for sure. But, where's the other racket? This racket. This is a racket that I don't look forward to making a video about, but I know I have to because so many people will like it. So that puts like me in an interesting spot. It's like, I have to change the way I review it. Like, I know that I'm not gonna like it because I know I would never use this racket. But, you know, it does feel good, but like, you know, at the same time, this racket is not, I'm not the target market for this racket. But I think if I can put the review in a different lens and think about it in a way of a club player or a 4045, 30. Then, oh my God, sorry. Then I could be better. But like, if I review it from a POV of a college player, like that's like the worst racket ever, you know? But it's actually not the worst racket ever because it's one of the best sellers. So in a way, I am excited to see how that one goes. It's just like not my favorite. Like rackets like the Extreme Extreme Pro now, Pure 98s, or even like the Dunlop SX. Like I really want to try the Dunlop SX. I feel like that racket is like a sleeper. Maybe not, never played with it, so I can't really say. Like the new Technofibers, the 305s, like people love those, so. Those are the rackets that I really like making videos. But I know that I kind of have to do some of these because so many people need to know about them. And they are good rackets for their demographic. Technofiber handle shapes are super weird and uncomfortable. I know, man. I know, it should be, that's criminal. They should be convicted felons for those grip shapes. Terrible. Terrible. If you could get a playing style from the tour, left or right-handed, etc., who would you choose? I mean, I feel like if you don't say like Roger, Novak, or Rafa, like you're crazy because they won all the slams. But for the sake of the question, I will pretend that like I can't pick a slam winner. How about that? I cannot pick a slam winner. Game style that I like. I would say there's the two Czech guys right now, like Mach and Leška. I think that's how you say their names. They play really good. I like how they play. I also really, he just retired, Filip Krajinovic. I think that's how you say his last name, from Serbia. He was good. I liked how he played. Who else? God, I'm forgetting here. Like guys that are like low key, you know, it's not super flashy. Like I'm not flashy. Like I'm just out there kind of playing, you know. I do get 3 points off the serve, so like maybe you could say that. And like I come to the net occasionally, but like for the most part, I'm the baseline. I like to make people miss, like just by kind of getting balls back. It's like a great thing. I love that. Like just making guys miss. It's amazing. I'm just trying to think of like our top 10 right now. I love Guillermo Fils actually. I don't think I would want to play like him, but like I like love to watch him. But yeah, I don't know if that gave you an answer, but if I had to pick someone with slams, like my favorite player of all time was Andy Murray. Like the passion, the grind, the everything with that guy is just, you can't beat it with anybody. Like I would debate him being like the most passion ever, you know? This guy loves tennis so much. Like played for as long as he could. I get Maltese forehand while Rinka backhand. Roger Slice Curio serve. What's a player who everyone forgets playing or retired? Probably like Troitsky or like Davydenko or like guys like that. They're kind of random guesses though. Or like Songa. Like Almagro, Verdasco is now retired. I feel like guys from like 2005 to like 2018, 19, those guys that all retired, I feel like you just forget, you know? Or like, a lot of people forget about Marat Safin, I feel like. I wasn't old enough to watch him, but people never talk about him. Or like Philippoussis, nobody really talks about him. Yeah. Have you tried the new Slinko Mach 10? I had not. Guys, once again, I am behind. I am a student. I am almost done my education. 2 degrees in 4 years, plus playing tennis and the channel and living my life. Can be a grind sometimes. I really want to, but I have these 3 rackets. I'll probably have more rackets coming. I have a tour line string. I have a grapple snake string. And of course, I want to make videos in between that are not that. So hopefully I get to that. Probably won't be for a little while though. I was really trying to do the launch of the Restring Vivo. I really liked how that played and wanted to put some quality time to that one. Not that I don't put quality time in the other videos, but like I played with it before the launch quite a bit. You know, it hasn't really officially launched yet. The pre-release and the pre-order I think is actually today. So yeah, and then the launch will be on the 30th. So yeah, kind of put some time into that one. Yeah guys, this is it here. We're not gonna see that many more live videos from this area, maybe, you know, a few more. Because it's March 15th, and before you know it, we will be done. I will not be at this school anymore. Which is hard to believe. End of an era. End of an era. Kind of sad, but you know, it's also time to move on to more things. Got one more season here. We've got a couple matches that have been rescheduled. They got pushed off due to weather like a month or so ago, so that's nice. And then we have our conference. And then hopefully we can make it as far as we can into playoffs and maybe, you know, into nationals, but we will see. So guys, we got 9 people on here, not a ton. I have the Gravity Pro and the Clash. You guys can decide which one I string next. I was thinking about doing the Clash because, I don't know, I want to review that before the Gravity Pro because I just reviewed the Gravity Tour because I just reviewed the Gravity Tour, so we'll see. But let me know which one you guys want me to do. I was originally wanting to do 3, but like I'm kind of destroyed, you know? Not that stringing takes effort, but it sounds wimpy, but like I actually think I'm still getting over some jet lag from Hawaii. And sometimes that stuff can last for like a week, you know, like to fully get over it. It's just like some parts of the day right now are like, when I wake up, I'm great, you know, you do your normal stuff, you eat your breakfast, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, really tired. And then it's like, how the hell did that happen? Or it's like, oh, then I get like an energy boost. and then it's like, oh, another down. And like when you stay up later and you're talking with friends and like, then it's your schedule gets really messed up. But maybe today's a nap day, I don't know. I feel like with this setup that I'm putting in here, it could be not great for a lot of people's arms, but I think I'll be fine. But I think that also it's just a good string to put in rackets, like the sink. And this is the string I've been using for most of my demos, because I feel like when you put a control string in a racket, you feel the properties of the racket more. You know, it's kind of like starting from zero. You know, if you start from zero with an Ultra, you know you're going to get more power than if you restring sync with a Pro Staff 85, obviously. And one could argue that if I put Tourline, what's that one called? Oh my God, Tourline Absolute. If I put that in all three rackets, and it's the same baseline, but it's just more of a soft power-oriented poly, so I feel like you don't get all the feeling out of a racket. But that's why I enjoy stringing with more control-based strings in a racket, or like review rackets. I always say demo rackets, they're not demo, because I feel like if you're demoing a racket, you're trying to switch to it. I'm reviewing the rackets. Oh man. See, that's what I'm talking about right there, the yawns. Two more crosses here on this Ultra. Pretty straightforward a string. Once again, it reminds me of, you know, pure drive, pure arrow sort of thing. Many people now trying out Air 98's Black and Racket. Or you think you're trying switching? Absolutely not. I could not connect with that racket. Like, I'm sorry. I could connect to it on a review, you know, play sort of level. Like, yeah, I can play with it. But like, to play a match with it, I don't know. I really didn't like it. Like, I much preferred the Aero 100 over the Aero 98. And I tell people that and they're like, you're crazy. And I was like, well, I guess so. But like, you know, I don't know. I could never feel it with it, you know? I tried a couple different strings in there. I actually tried sync in there. And I tried my Tourline setup in there at the time. And like, they're all setups that I was used to, and I just could not quite dial it in. Could not dial it in. Didn't really like it at net. I don't know, I play tested it on clay. I don't know if that means anything, but like, tons and tons of people are, you're right, playing with it blacked out, or just playing with it. Like, for intermediate to advanced players, I feel like that racket is super hot right now. Oh, frig. I feel like the Ezo 98 versus 100, I get a lot more feel from the 98 because of those whole thinner beam. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I haven't played with the E-Zone yet. Sorry, the 98 yet. I want to. That's another. That's probably the next bulk that I will request from Tennis Zone. Is the T-Fight. The T-Fight. I want the T-Fight. I want the E-Zone 98. And I really want the Dunlop SX 98. I think that is a sleeper racket. And honestly, I see it because I see a couple guys on tour playing with it or whatever, but Patrick Mouratoglou always has it in his videos. He likes that racket. So, not that that means anything, but like, it just looks good too. I love the new paint job on that. It doesn't help that like green is my favorite color. I feel like it's like a greenish yellow color on that racket. So guys, sometimes the marketing, the paint jobs, they get ya. They get ya. Okay, Ultra is done. Black Code is great at about oh yeah, Black Code is good. What's the other one that's good? Razor Code. Razor, I think. Razor Soft, that's a really good string too. I never officially did I gotta sit down for a sec. I never officially did a review on that, but I played with it in a blade. Oh, it was butter. It was really good, the Razor Code. How is the tension maintenance of Grapple Snake Tour Sniper? It was pretty good. Average to above average. I'm contemplating buying this string. My favorites are Link Storm Confidential. Oh, you'll really like Tour Sniper if you like those strings. You can use my code too. You get a discount. I just got here. I ordered some Vivo this morning. Let's go, man. I hope you enjoy it. Listen, I really like that string. I'm weird. I like doing stuff good for the environment, but at the same time, I would never promote a shitty string. Here's Vivo. I would never promote a shitty string, but this is a good string. It's way better than Luxon Eco Power. And it really, I mean, I just reviewed it, so you guys can go watch the review, but I feel like it falls perfectly in line with the Restring catalog or the Restring lineup. You know, you have Sync, then you have the Vivo, then you have the Zero. So really, you know, power to control, and it falls right in between, which is great. All right, guys, nobody voted, so I'm going with the Clash. Patrick with the tight shorts. Yeah, it's true, it's true. That guy wears tight shorts. I think he passed on that horrid look Holger Rune as well. Holger Rune is wearing some tight shorts. Some tight shorts, man. I mean, listen, I get wearing the, I don't know if it's, I guess they are tight. I get wearing the higher shorts. I don't mind that feeling. Like these Lululemon shorts, for example. I don't know if you guys can see them. I can't really see the bottom, but like, they're not short, but like, I don't know. They're like 3 inches away from the top of my kneecap. So like, I don't mind the feeling of higher up shorts, but tight shorts, no thanks. So if I had like kind of looser, higher up shorts, not bad, but yeah, you're right. Patrick Mouratoglou is got the tight shorts going for sure. The plastic's still on this one. Can't wait to try Eco Power. Did not feel good. I'm not sure what you mean there. Can't wait. Oh, you tried Eco Power. It didn't feel great. No, it's not that great. I mean, it's still great that, you know, a string is being made with recycled materials. I salute those people, but you know, if the goal is to make a string that, you know, is good, some could say it didn't do well. Ask me if I'm bothered by Rune wearing tight shorts. Yeah, you have 9-inch or 7-inch. 7-inch fits good. Very tight ones are only for the real baddies. Yeah, that's true. Did you review the Slingo Mach 10? I can't find it. No, I did not. It just came out. I think it was right before you joined. I've been working with Restring on their launch of Vivo, so you know, I didn't have all that time to get the Mach 10. Great name for a string. I'll have to reach out to them to get it on the channel. I have done Slingo stuff in the past, so hopefully we can get it, but once again, we got a lot going on, so. The likelihood of that string coming to the channel within even the next month is probably pretty slim, unless they send it to my doorstep right now, but I don't think they're thinking about me in this moment. Guys, I don't know where, oh, there it is, right here. Didn't know where I put my water. Don't you agree that Mach looks like a small squared character on the core with high shorts and muscled legs? He's very good though, huh? Yeah, I know what you're saying. He is really good though. So, yeah, I appreciate his game. You know what? Back to the shorts though. Maybe that's the style. Maybe that's the style right now on the tour because, or just in general, you know, I guess I will say our snoo, like we have match day outfits. I'll show you what the shorts look like. They're right here. Like this is just one of them, like the gray ones. We have gray, blue, and white ones to filter in. They're pretty short actually, and tight. So maybe it's like the style of 2025 tennis or something, but yeah, you know what? We actually wear some tight shorts too sometimes, not in practice, but yeah, I don't know, maybe it's a thing. Because now that I'm thinking about like the guys on tour, a lot of them they're definitely not wearing baggy shorts. They're mostly medium to tight. Ever tried the blue dry tourner grips for, yes. My freshman year, a ton of our guys, like I think almost half of the team that year was using tourner grip. And I was like, you know, I had seen it before, played with it, you know, once or twice, but like I'm super feel oriented. Like I love the Wilson white grip, you know. It just felt always good. Felt good at the net, you know, you get like a true feeling from the racket. I feel like with tourner grip you don't really, I don't know. it's just more meant for sweating, and like I didn't really care about that, you know. I wanted to feel the racket more. So I ended up using, you know, I tried it. I actually think I won a bet or something, and a guy gave me a roll of Torna grips or something, and I used the whole roll of it, and it was not bad, but yeah, I didn't really love it. I do love the little red tape that comes in it, like the 1/4 inch red tape. I ended up just using that for like the tape off at the end of the grip. But yeah. And then the Torna tack ones, they're just too tacky. I don't like super tacky grips either. Where do you get your rackets you test from? I get them from a retailer in Canada. They're called Tennyson. They are based in Montreal. And I used to buy from them as a kid all the time. I'd get it shipped to my house because I don't live in Montreal. But they send me, it's a cool thing we have actually. They send me the rackets to review for you guys. And then if you guys want to buy one of the rackets, you guys can get a discount after watching the video. So you can use the code and go pick it up, which is fun. So yeah, it's like a little partnership we have for you guys. They do ship to the US as well. It might take a couple days longer than say like if you ordered from Tennis Warehouse, but I am pretty sure they do ship to the US. If you live closer to like the border, it would be there obviously quicker. But when I order stuff from them, it's really, I don't know, 3 to 5 days before it comes, but they're shipping bigger orders too to me, so maybe that's the reason why. But yeah, you can definitely check it out if you like any of the stuff. If you watch any of my racket reviews, I talk about them a little bit in the videos so people know that they can buy there and get discounts. So if you want to find my code there, it's in all of the videos. You're demoing rackets right now. That's awesome. What rackets are you demoing? And what's my favorite Percept that I tested? Probably the 100D. I only tested that one in the 97D. 97D was way too control oriented for me. That was a racket where I was like, how do people get this over the net, you know? I just did not get that one. Oh, guys, not today. There we go. Oh, the same thing always happens, guys. When you have a new racket, the grommets, they suck. They're super tight, hard to get strings through when you're trying to tie knots. It's annoying. Whew. Coming from VCore 100, last week demoing the VCore 98 Gravity Tour and the Extreme Pro. This week demoing the Air 98, EZO 98, and the 305s. Great lineup. Honestly, guys, you got a great lineup there. Really great rackets to choose from. I wish you the best of luck. Those are awesome choices and demo picks. You got a great lineup going. I was about, like, sometimes when I read people, they're like, oh, I'm demoing this racket. I'm like, okay, that's great, but like, do you have any other ones you're demoing, or like, you know, why these rackets? But you have, it seems like you got it perfectly mapped out what you're looking for, what you want, and then you're gonna pick one. So, good for you. Alright, that was a 17 gauge. Favorite player on tour? Oh, currently on tour? Guys, I don't even know. I kind of talked about that a little while ago. ATP rankings. I mean, obviously I like Sinner and Alcaraz and those guys, but like, everybody likes those guys. That's not like fair to say. I love Medvedev. I mean, I have to say that I like Felix too, but I did earlier say that I like Leshka and Mahach. I think they're pretty good, fun to watch. Used to love Andy Murray though, he was my guy. It'll be interesting to see if they stay together. Novak and Andy, I think so, and maybe even until the end. I think Novak's kind of realizing, like, holy shit, like, tennis is hard when you get old, and yeah, who knows, you know. I think they will stay together though, but we will see, guys. Sweet. All right. What do you think of Torn a Big Hitter Silver? Never played it before. Heard it's great, but never played it. So I can't really say sorry. What do you guys take for supplements? Whey, protein, electrolytes, etc. I take a lot of stuff, but the reasoning behind my stuff is like for personal reasons. So like, guys on the team that would not take similar supplements that I would, or I'm not on any medication or anything, but like, a lot of guys take creatine, a lot of guys take whey, I take whey. I did take creatine for a long time, probably will go back on it. On like, I actually didn't take my supplements today, so thanks for that reminder. Maybe that's why I'm a little off right now. Normally I have my coffee and my supplements like before I do anything like important for the day, and I didn't do that yet. And it's like 1 o'clock, which is like late. Yeah, I take like an apple cider vinegar one. I take actually like a matcha vitamin that is like for brain health. I take like a vitamin D. I take a vitamin C. I take a turmeric. I take 2 omega-3s. I take a calcium complex with zinc. What's the other one? Before I go to bed, I take magnesium, and also I have like I can't ever pronounce it right, ashwagandha. It's like a type of mushroom. What are great clay sneakers? I mean, if you love a current sneaker that is a hardcourt, there's a high chance or a chance that it's being made in a clay variant as well. For example, I use the Gel Resolution right now, and they have a clay variant of that. The Nike Vapor Pro, or whatever it's called now, the new one, they have a clay variant of that as well. So you kind of can find the variant, just look for the clay variant, especially if you already use a shoe that you like. You can just get that in the clay one. That reminds me, I also have the new Nike shoe in my apartment that I need to do as well. My racket of choice is the Onyx Speaker 98 Tour 315. This thing's a beast. A little bit of a tail weight, and it feels amazing. Try the Tour version of the Onyx's sleeper game. Yeah, for sure. I have heard amazing things about that racket. I have a friend that uses that racket and would die for it. So, especially when the new one's comes out, maybe I could give it a go. Why is it that Canada has some of the best tennis YouTubers, even though it's relatively cooler there than most other places? I'm assuming you are referring to Beckett or Rackets and Runners. There's me. I'm trying to think of the other ones. Guys, you have to enlighten me. I'm tired right now. Who are the other ones that are in Canada? I mean, we're a big country geographically, but we only have 40 million people. Still a big country, but like, but I guess to answer your question, a lot of people, this is a very common, I've talked about this before. A lot of people think that Canada is cold all the time, and it's not. People gotta educate themselves on that. Like, where the majority of people live in Canada are 4-season areas. So what does that mean? It means that the winter is cold as shit, and the summer is Florida. It's like that. Like, there's parts in Canada where it is so hot in the summer. And like, I can confidently say that because I mean, I was just in Hawaii, I've been to Florida, I've been to California, I've been to places that are warm all year round for a lot of the time. And Canada in the summer, especially if you're inland, like it is hot. But in the winter, it's just where we are in the map. In the winter, it gets really cold. So the 4 seasons, we truly have that. So to be honest, and to answer your question, we get to play tennis from sometimes, if you're lucky, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. You can play tennis really outdoors for 8 months of the year, and they still continue to play indoors. So like Becca and Luca, for example, they get to play indoors and still make content. So just because of the weather, it doesn't really change anything, to be honest. We have less people though, that's just because of our countryside. So Becca and Luca, and you're top tier. Thank you. Appreciate that. They do great work. Have you tried Vivo Sync Hybrid? How would you say the Vivo compares to crisp silver strings like Torbite, Silver 7 Tour, etc.? I like Sync more than Torbite. I think Sync is a lot closer to Alu Power. I feel like Torbite is a little bit more away. It's called Torbite for a reason. I feel like it bites harder. It's a sharper string. This is very smooth. Like if you feel it, it's more glossy. So it will slide a little bit more. That's just my take. I have not tried it yet. I'm sure it would play decent. But to be honest, I played the Vivo Full Bed, which I mentioned in the video, was solid. And then I tried it with Zero, because Reed String actually suggested to me personally, try it with the Zero. You might even like that setup more. And I was like, okay. So I did that and ended up liking it a lot. So I didn't even get to try that one yet. So yeah. What's up, Tom? What's up? Another OG viewer. What are we at here? We're at 140, making decent time. How long have we been going for? An hour, not bad. Got to check the battery here of the camera. Okay, we're chilling. We are chilling. For the people that are new and that just joined, like Tom, we have the Clash out right now. So, kind of hanging out. Might wrap up after this one. Is a 16 by 20. I just noticed that. I didn't know that. Clash Pro. So it's one thing to keep in mind. A lot of people love the 1620 patterns. Gives them the great blend of both between the 1820 and the 1619. While I'm going out of here, I want to check and see what the Indian Wells lineup is for today, because like I was saying earlier, I have not paid attention to any of it. Rune Medvedev, Draper Alcaraz, semifinals. pretty solid. Andreeva will play Sabalenka tomorrow. Nice. Oh. What about the doubles? Okay, interesting. They have mixed doubles in Indian Wells. Interesting. It truly is the 5th slam. And Maddox Sands made final mixed doubles of Indian Wells. That's kind of interesting. I kind of thought she was getting close to being done, but I guess when you make finals of a tournament like that, it's pretty solid. I think I have decided that I will finish this racket and then wrap up. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow and do the 2 others. But yeah, I got some other things I do want to do today. So Rune and Medvedev. I think Medvedev will take him out. Medvedev was fired up. I did see that the other day. Didn't follow a ton of Indian Wells, but I did see his celebration with Arthur Feast, which was pretty sick, actually. I'm not a big Arthur Feast fan. I don't know, I feel like he's a little arrogant sometimes. He has a good game, though, but, like, I just haven't been able to, like, I don't know. Just the way he acts on court sometimes is just like, I don't know. So I think he will beat Rune. And then the other one was Alcaraz Draper. Alcaraz wins for sure. I feel like when guys like Draper or other young guys that are really good play Alcaraz, it's still kind of like Alcaraz is their dad, you know? Like, he just beats them. Like, there's no chance. Like, I feel like they go into that match and it's almost like they don't believe they can win. And that's like a really similar thing I feel like happened with Rafa, Novak, and Roger when guys would play them, like they would just get owned. Not because they're not good enough, just because they kind of walk out there, there's the aura. Maybe they are a lot better, but they kind of defeat themselves before they play. And I think Casper Ruud and Felix have talked about that in the past. When they played Rafa at Roland Garros, it's like, holy shit. Like, it's like this vibe that's like really crazy. Went quiet all of a sudden here. It looks like a lot of people have left to do their Saturday activities and festivities. 1, 2, 3, 4 left here. Maybe I will be even able to play with these outside tomorrow. 2 of our nets got put up, which is so exciting. And it's supposed to be 20 degrees tomorrow Celsius, so I'm so pumped about that. So maybe I'll be able to even get these reviews out sooner than later. This is the thing about the 1620 patterns here. Sometimes when you get down to the bottom, it's a little tougher with the weaving. Also the 1820 rackets. Wow. I hate doing those ones. Two more. Are there any college players with the Clash? Great question. From time to time, I see some of the girls with the Clash, but most times, never. One of our girls actually used the Clash for some time, and then she just switched to the Blade. So, really not that many. Some girls do, but not that many. It's not really, I feel like that's really not what the Clash is targeted for. The Clash is for, you know, intermediate players, club players that want something that's, you know, arm friendly, gives them good power, they have a good playable experience with the frame. Yeah, Clash to Blade. She was not a fan of the Clash at all, actually. There's one girl on our team, so. And honestly, for the 2 years or year that she played with it, we were like, why are you using this racket? Like, you should not be using this racket. Like, she's like, I don't know, I just kind of, I liked it when I played with it, and then, yeah, anyway, she played with the Blade, she likes the Blade a lot, so. And it's the Blade 100 she switched to, so a little bit different. Not the Blade 98. Well guys, I'm on the last cross here, so I decided I'm going to wrap up. We'll do the Gravity Pro another day. A little tired, so I'm going to finish this here. Is the Shift having a similar issue with higher level players? I think so. You know what? I never see that racket. I had a great playing experience when I demoed it. It was really nice and fun to use. It hurt my arm. But I think at a high level, it's not working at all. In fact, I don't see that racket being sold at all. Which is maybe a little alarming, to be honest with you. I don't know what happened with that one with Wilson, but I never see that racket. In Canada, in the US, people from Europe definitely don't talk about that racket. So That's a great question. Very, very interesting. I almost wonder if they're going to discontinue that racket. You know, it's a frame that, you know, came out 2 years or so ago or something like that, and it was so popular when it launched, and then I don't hear anything about that racket, like, ever. This clash does look different though than some of the other clashes I've seen, like in the past, like older variants. It's the head shape is different. Hello. Bro, I'm in a live video. What's going on? I'm actually almost done. How was Marcos? He's not really too far right now.
Eh?
You come see.
I think they're calling.
Well, maybe we should wrap it up. Guys, people are coming. They're going to be loud. So let's wrap it up.